Alright, you guys, so today I'm at the Mushroom Island, and obviously the only reason we ever come over here is because we want to build some games. So today we're going to be building dots and lines, as seen on Joe Hill's and Rooster Teeth Achievement Hunter, or whatever they call their thing. So I want to build it up on top of this. So I already had these things in here, and I just kind of added a staircase, and this might change in the long run. I don't know. Left some items in here. Interesting. Anyway, so I was just trying to figure out where I was, and it looks like we're at a good height, but because I'm going to be putting pistons underneath the game, I might want to go a little bit higher. I'm not 100% sure yet. So we're going to figure that out as we go. The reason, I want to check this out real quick in a resource pack. And Kashi joined the game right as we did that. Alright. So I would say that we need to go at least one higher over that, because the glowstone here, which, yeah, I guess you could say this level right here, represents where our redstone is going to need to go. So we're probably going to want to go a little bit higher than we already have. That stairway really is just a way to get up right now. It's not necessarily the way it's going to be. But what I kind of wanted to do, in fact, actually, this could look really cool with the water sort of streaming through underneath like a balcony or something. So let me go ahead and switch back to the resource pack. And Kashi left the game. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to figure this out. It's going to be pretty cool, I think. But I want to take this opportunity to sort of talk to you guys about 1.7. Now, hold on, I got to put some stuff away. 1 second. Am I excited about 1.7? Am I excited about new biomes? You betcha. But the last thing I want to do to this server... Whoa, those chickens are going to get annoying. I haven't been here long enough to know for a fact, but let's see if... Let's get rid of this stuff. Get rid of that stuff. Let's see if anything has happened. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright. What was I saying? 1.7. So, yeah, I'm excited about new biomes. I really am. Although I will go on record in saying that I absolutely, positively hate, I abhor the way that the, what do you even call it? The hardened clay biome? I hate the way that looks. I think it looks so bad. And the cliff biome I don't think is much better. Why? No, please don't be so slow. I don't think that the cliff biome looks that good either. Like, basically, the cliff biome doesn't look horrible, but I feel like it's unnecessary. I don't think that Minecraft really needs it. My opinion on this matter is subject to change. This is not going to happen. No. Why? I got a really good connection. Why is it so bad? Anyway, I guess... Okay, we're going to... Do we have a shovel? I want to see if that improves things or not. By the way, I found this over here. I think Robbie, Alamantis, probably did this. That's not the first time his real name has come up in a video. Don't get on my case. Anyway, I'm assuming this was... I don't think this was a endeavor for diamonds. Where are we right now? Yeah, there's no way this was an endeavor for diamonds because they stopped way too early. I'm assuming this was a stone effort, like an effort for gravel. Well, maybe not, because there's still so much left. Why would he not take all of it? I don't know. This is really bad. I'm gonna go reset things. I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, so I just reset the router and the computer that the server is running on, and also the server. And by the way, I think somebody took out some mycelium from here. This was all dirt when I came here yesterday. So I don't know what's going on here. If somebody did that, please stop terraforming this area. I like the way it was. Anyway, I wonder who's even been here, really. I know Jake's been here, Alamantis has been here, and I've been here. I wonder who else has made their way over here in that time, like since the server's been opened a little bit more publicly. Anyway, so I just cut down this tree. Now, the server was still acting kind of weird. Like, yep, that's what I was talking about. That's why it's acting weird. Now, I'm going to assume that I actually know what's causing that. and I'm going to go fix it, to my dismay. Kashi was on. Kashi got off. Big Bad Loser jumped on. Big Bad Loser got off. I imagine our issue is the chickens in here. And maybe that's what's causing the sky to fluctuate like this. See it? Yeah, the server's doing this weird thing. I'm going to have to kill them. Let's see. How can I do this humanely? I need a lava bucket or flint and steel or something. I have flint. Do I have a flint and steel in here? Or a lava bucket? I have a water bucket. I don't know why I looked in there. Maybe... I feel like I just looked in here, but let's check again. We gotta have something in here. We got steel. Or iron, which will work. Alright, so let's just take care of this once and for all. This was not really ever a good idea. I just wanted to see if I could do it. Really, all I wanted to do was the part where I pushed the piece back in. All right, guys. I don't even. I wonder if any of them. Well, I guess they would have grown up because they would have been the ones laying the eggs. Holy crap! That was awesome. Oh man, no! Oh my gosh, put that out. Oh man, that was so worth it. Oh boy. All right, so it hasn't really fixed the issue. That looks like it's getting better. Is the sky still fluctuating? Yep. I'm gonna relog. Did that fix it? Nope. Man, what is causing that? Usually when the server behaves this way, it's because the computer that the server is running on is running low on memory, but I don't think that's the case. Actually, oh wow. I'm gonna go check in just a second because I've been working a job, and what? That looked like... Oh, no, that was the one I already had. What am I thinking? I was like, holy crap. Let's see. Or, no, those would have gone into the dispenser and shot into the lava, huh? Whoops. They would have gone in here. Dang it. Oh, phew. And then they would have landed in here, right? Yeah, that's no big deal. I thought I let out the lava when I did. That's why I freaked out for a second. All right, I'm going to go ahead. Well, actually, let's just see. Is this... Yeah, it's still acting out. Should be using an axe for that, but whatever. Okay, it's getting better, it looks like. So maybe we're okay. Anyway, so I'm going to go get back to work on this thing. If I didn't know better, I'd say Endermen were here. But I highly doubt it, since, you know, what could they possibly spawn on in this area? I mean... They wouldn't be able to teleport, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, so I wish I had already taken this. I'm going to... Yes, I can access it from here, thank goodness. Alright, so let's grab a couple stairs. And a couple slabs. I only want to grab a few because I just want to test out what my idea is. While I talk about 1.7, finally getting back to that. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. Okay, so... why don't we continue what we had started here, and just kind of maybe even like that. Maybe that would be a good idea. Like I said earlier, I'm trying to give myself enough room that I could put redstone underneath here and set up the dots and lines map. So yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be good, and then maybe we could do something like that. Let me see. I gotta see how this is gonna look. I wish I had some ender pearls right now. Anyway, 1.7. So, like I said, the last thing I want to do is reset this map. People have put in a lot of effort. Some people have put in like just so much effort. Example, that was kind of a weird saying. Example, for example, has put in quite a lot of effort in the witch farm, and his wither farm. Now, with 1.7, I've just learned through King Happy, and confirmed again through Doc M, from a video somebody linked on that in the comments of King Happy's. Come on, okay, we gotta get out of here. All right, I'll be right back, guys. All right, you guys. So I'm in a single player world because I don't know what's causing that stuff on the server, and I thought being in creative mode would probably help not to have to deal with that stuff. Plus, we should probably figure this stuff out anyway. Decide if this is too small of a map. It might be. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But this is what I've got laid out. Anyway, I just ran out of space on my laptop where I was recording, so that could be part of it. Now, I tried to mention something earlier in the recording, but I sort of got lost my train of thought. I started a new job. Well, not a new job. I still do visual effects work, but I started a new gig, a new project. That's probably going to take about 3 months, and part of that project, I bought a 4 terabyte hard drive for like $150, and then for the same price almost, I bought the Thunderbolt adapter, so it's 20 times faster than USB 2.0, and as the guy in the store who sold it to me said, time is money. So I was able to get back on track pretty quickly with getting stuff off my hard drive and getting back to the recording. Now, I guess what we will be able to do here is I'll be able to talk about 1.7, hopefully, without getting as derailed, because I don't have to think as much in creative mode. When we first started Third Echelon, way back in the day, before jungles were added into the game and stuff, the place where we started at the spawn village was actually not a extreme hills biome. It was a taiga biome, and I think I've talked about this before, but just bear with me. I'm going to talk about it again, because probably most of you don't remember, if anybody. Anyway, so it used to be a taiga biome. Yeah, why am I not flying? When jungles were introduced, well, basically, once we reset the map and started over on the same world seed, it was really interesting to learn that the chunk borders and a lot of the terrain was almost identical to what it was back when it was a taiga biome, but the only difference was that the borders around the biomes, like the borders around the biome stayed the same, basically. Like, so, for instance, let's just say that this was taiga and then desert, because that happens a lot. So if I'm in the desert biome here and walk over here, now I'm in taiga. When the chunks were reset, like when the world was reset but on the same world seed, it would still be like two different biomes, like the borders would stay the same, but the biomes had changed. So now, as you saw, it's a extreme hills biome instead of a taiga biome. Now, my original plan with 1.7 was I was hoping that it would behave much the same way, and I was hoping that maybe we could just copy in what we've built and set it on top of the biomes and stitch them together, not copy over the what do you call it, the actual biome, like just let it be whatever it is now, whether, hoping it'd be something similar, and then, kind of just work that way, or maybe change what it would become, and just kind of work hard to make it look like what we've already built on the server sits in nicely with 1.7. That was my plan. That's still sort of my plan. However, we've got a bit of an issue, and it's driving me nuts, the idea of this, but basically, what's going on is apparently, and, some people, like I said, have put a lot of effort into the server. Let's see, hold on, I'm trying to decide if I want to use quartz for this. Yeah, I think I do. Anyway, some people put a lot of effort into the server. You know what? Let me think about this real quick. I gotta think of a way. Maybe, yeah. Here's what we'll do. We'll use the pillar quartz for the ones that aren't going to move, because these are going to have redstone sitting on top of them all the time, like so. And then these ones are going to cause it to make lines. That's what the premise of the game is. And then when the piston activates, it's going to push off these ones and leave that like that. So that'll work. Anyway, what was I saying? So people, like example, have built witch huts, witch farms, I should say, and wither farms. I've got a wither farm that's completely automatic. It sends the withers directly to me. I love it. It's great. But apparently the structures of the game are going to change, or like the structures that are, or sorry, these spawns that are structure dependent are going to go through a bit of a reset, and we're going to have to reset a lot of chunks in the game. And the last thing I want to do is reset third echelon. I don't want to reset the map. It's the last thing I want to do, like I said. So I'm not 100% sure how we're going to handle it. I'm very nervous. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the new biomes, though some of them look really cool. I like the idea of mini biomes within biomes, like the ones for the forest or whatever look pretty cool, like the spruce forest. Anyway, I don't know. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. So, all right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take this into MC Edit real quick and copy this over, so that I don't have to waste unnecessary time in this video. So I'll be right back. All right, you guys. I also moved down the pistons as well, and that's because I think that the best way to handle this is going to be to have the pistons constantly extended. And then when I push a button, they will pulse down and then pulse back up. And I think that that's going to give us the best effect for what we want to do. Anyway, where was I? So yeah, with 1.7, you know, like I said, I'm really excited about it, but at the same time, I'm very terrified. And I happen to be extremely busy right now. You know what? Yeah. Okay. Hold on. So we're gonna designate this the front, because the way I want to turn these off. And I'm probably going to jump into MC Edit to do this, but I'm gonna do this. And basically, this is not going to be as easy to do on the server. But basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be able to turn off all the torches. Here, I'll just give you a quick preview. That would be the easiest way, I think, to show you instead of explaining it. So basically, there's going to be a torch on all of these. Oops. Right? So, oh yeah, so they just extended to grab it. Yeah, so that's why it doesn't look different. And then if I was to do this, it'll do that. So that's what we're going to be doing. And you know what? Hold on, I'm thinking... No, we don't do it that way. I was thinking about going cross-directional too, but it'd probably be better to just keep one way. It'll be easier. Otherwise, we'd have to go underneath, and it would foul everything up, if that even made any sense. Anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and copy this over with MC Edit. And I don't think I'm ever going to get back to talking about 1.7, so sorry about that, guys. But... as convoluted as it was, I think everything that needed to be said has been said. We're going to do the best we can to not reset the map. It'll be interesting to see what Mindcrack and Hermitcraft do, depending on how much the world actually ends up changing. Did I get all those? Yeah. Okay. Oh, and I got to go left one too. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go into MC Edit. All right, so you guys are going to have to forgive me. I feel a little bit off my game. Today, you know, I haven't recorded in a while, and normally when I work a job, I try to continue recording just so that I don't go a year without recording, you know. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that's perfect. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to have to do this twice for it to actually work, because by using MC Edit, these didn't get updated. So let's go ahead and do this twice. Alright. So that's what this is for. It's a quick reset, so that we can get that. You know what? Hold on, I'm trying to be devious. No, we don't want to. I think it's better to run across the board and pick it up. Oh, you know what? Shoot. Dang it! I was gonna make it so that you could. I totally forgot, but I was gonna put the glowstone here. Put a piston underneath there too, which now I don't even know how I would even power that. Let's see. Yeah, there's definitely ways to do this, but right now we're just going to keep going on this design. Because you're going to put the carpet here. Here, let's push this again. This is how it's going to look, by the way, when you're done. That looks so cool. Anyway, and then you go around and pick it up. And I'm realizing now that because similar to Joe Hill's design, which is a great design, much better than the one they did on. Well, let's give them credit because the Rooster Teeth guys play on the Xbox version, and I don't know why anybody would play on the Xbox version. It looks like not as much fun with how many things are missing and stuff. They haven't gotten as far as the PC version. But basically, for those of you who don't know, because I realize I haven't talked about this yet, the way you play dots and lines, let me pick up some more of these, is you put down a line, a dot in the middle of the line, which connects the line, and then the next person goes, and then if you get to a spot like this where you can make a box, see how this is made a box, you get to claim it by putting down carpet. And this would be like my color, and then somebody else would have maybe this color, and then when the game's done, the whole board, all the parts of the glass are going to have carpets on top. So when you press this button, it's going to take care of all the redstone, but it's not going to reset the carpets for you. And for the carpets, I'm going to need to have the pistons push up instead of down, come to think of it. So that's going to look even weirder. Because the reason I don't, well, maybe, let me double check, because perhaps you can. I'm just not 100% sure. So, you, and, let's see, I need to put that here. Because carpets can supposedly, like, well, I don't know, can they? I don't think they can, actually, so maybe this would work. Yeah, that would work. Perfect. Alright, so we can do that. It's going to be a little bit trickier setup now. I'm gonna have to figure something else out, but basically what I'm gonna do instead, and I really apologize for how this episode is going, but basically instead of doing this, it's gonna go like that, and that way I can take care of more with one go, and then I can do something like this. I can do something like that. Oh man, this is gonna be so tricky. I'll have to figure this out, but I'll get back to you guys, and then this is going to power the piston that would be underneath the glowstone. I remember now that I was planning on doing this. I just totally blanked when I started the episode. So that instead of having the glass, which I personally think looks better, the only reason I'm not going to do it this way is because I don't like the way glass looks on top of God, geez, what do you call it? On top of pistons, especially sticky pistons, because they have that slime on them. I just hate the way that looks. That's why I never make glass doors or anything. So anyway, I'm gonna hop off for now, and I'm gonna figure this out, and I'll jump back on in a minute. All right, you guys. It's gonna seem like I jumped forward quite a bit in this recording, and that's because I did record something in between what you just saw and what you'll see now, but I guess the plug that plugs into my mic wasn't in all the way, so I ended up recording with my internal microphone on my Mac. So we're going to try to keep going, but as you notice right here, there's no more jittering in the sky, and that's because the lag is gone. Thank goodness. I found out what it was. It ended up being that I forgot I had moved spawn to the Iron Golem farm about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And the lag has just been getting really, really bad over time. And it turned out that there were over 3,000 iron golems at the iron farm. So that's all been taken care of. And I set something up so it should be less prone to clogging, let's say. Anyway, so I decided not to put the dots and lines game up there due to the wiring and stuff that needs to go underneath it. And I had a really good idea, I think. Just let's get this out of the way. Big Bad Loser and Cube Crafty, also known as CDBOW, are on. So in my last episode, I talked about how I should have built the Battleships game over here. But I thought about it, and I thought, actually, when I was building the Battleships game, I kind of thought about how I sort of made this look a little bit like a like the back of a boat, or at least what I was just kind of thinking about a boat when I was doing it. So I had this idea, and I put the dots and lines game over here. And oh, hey, Bat. My plan is to build this out here and build the front of a boat over here, going like up into this thing. Like it's kind of like almost like a shipwrecked boat. And yeah, as you can see, I've done a lot of work here, and like I said, I the previous recording was subpar, but I could not get the piston to go underneath here, and I really didn't want to because I like the way this looks a lot better. So I have a solution, and I'm going to show it to you right now. It's only a partially done. It's just a proof of concept. So check this out. So well, let me explain. When the game's over, basically, you know, just imagine this is everywhere and all that. But right here on all the glass, when the game's over, that they're all going to be covered in carpet. So this is how you're going to reset the board. Boom. And those are going to land right on the carpets and knock them off. And that is how we're going to handle this. And I think that that is pretty cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you one more time. After I put... by the way, they're playing death games on the server. CDBOW and BBL. So that's, you know, you'll look forward to seeing that from them. Anyway, so I'm going to do this again, and we're going to watch this time down here. We're going to see. Boom. Yeah. I'm going to need to put a wall there because I think there's a potential of losing some redstone. Let's go ahead and see. Doesn't look like we lost any at this time, but it seems like a possibility. Anyway, so I just wanted to kind of jump in here and check in because, you know, I hadn't... Well, actually, the reason I decided to stop and even check that my previous recording wasn't up to par is that I ran out of sandstone blocks and a couple other resources. So I'm going to go ahead and head back, make a trip back home and grab some of those. Anyway, yeah, and also in case... Oh, that's kind of my point real quick. I was going to try to say, if you're going to be working on something like this, it can be difficult to put the piston on because you're too high up here to hit this, and if you do it like that, it's going to go sideways, and if you jump and do that, you're still probably most likely going to get sideways. But what you can do, just FYI, is you can stand here and you can jump while holding shift and place it there. And normally, oh yeah, there's one there, that's why it's not doing it. But you can use that to place the one here. Let me just real quick do this instead, because this is, there we go. So you can, oh my god, come on. So you can do that instead. And that will help you out. And now I don't need to do this. It's not like a requirement, especially since this is a mushroom biome and nothing's going to spawn here. But I like to, this is just something I like to do. It's a practice I like to be in the habit of doing so that I do it every time, where I basically fill in air blocks with stuff that, you know, won't break the redstone, but it'll you know, basically stop the game from even checking spawn locations, which, you know, I don't know, they probably will still check because of that, but and I don't know, who knows, maybe bats will start spawning in there, who knows, but I doubt it. But basically, the less air blocks that are there, the better. So anyway, I'm just going to go up and put that glass back, but I'll check in with you guys in a bit, because you know, I don't know, it's just kind of boring to just sit here and watch me build this. So I'll check in with you guys basically when it's all set. Oh, by the way, I should probably show you the wiring in case you're interested. But this is also going to be an observation area, so you can get a better view. Or if you're a bystander, like somebody's not playing, you're just kind of watching the game, you're waiting for the next game. You could watch it from up here if you wanted. But basically, the way I do the wiring is, you know, it goes here and it inverts this signal in this little elevator, and then it pulses this piston, and then when this block, I think he meant to say Skype. When this block goes over this torch, it powers both this and this, and that just goes around here and activates the dispensers. And this is going to look pretty cool, I think, when it's all done. So anyway, there's my check-in. I'll see you guys when this thing's done. Alright, you guys, so I put down the dots, and then I took the redstone I had left and just kind of randomly strewed about. So we're going to go ahead and, like, let's just pretend like this is a finished game with, you know, the carpets and all that. I'm just going to go ahead and reset the board. Beautiful. Yeah, so if there were carpets there, they would be knocked off because of the water. Now, one thing I got to be careful with this is that it's actually... if you're in a bout of lag, like if you're on at a time when it's particularly laggy and stuff, you stand a pretty good chance of, or really if you spam it, or if you're in a spot where there's just a tiny bit of lag, you might end up having a small portion of the grid get flooded, just temporarily. So it shouldn't take us very many times. I'm going to try to show that. Yeah, right there. Oh, it didn't happen. Nice. But that's usually what it looks like. Let's see. There's one right there. See, there you go. And then it just goes away. But just keep in mind that you don't use this unless you're resetting the map. So you're gonna see the redstone. I mean, you're gonna come onto the board to pick up all the redstone anyway. So you know, it's not like you're gonna be, man, there's a lot of redstone. So it's not like you're just gonna click that button and leave anyway, because you got to go and pick up the carpets and redstone and all that. Now I'm gonna have to get some resources, particularly the carpets. So I can't play a game in this episode, but for my next episode, I'm gonna try to get some people on the server together, and we'll play a game of dots and lines. Maybe even more than one round. So, well, probably. Well, I don't know. Depends on how long it takes to do one round. But I hope you guys look forward to that. Thank you for watching this. I know it's been a little bit weird, kind of been out of whack trying to get back in the swing of things with this other job I've been doing that's been taking so much of my time away. Anyway, I appreciate it, you guys, and I'll catch you next time. Take it easy.